Okay, here's another example. And in this example, if you look at this determinant setup, so you look at the matrix inside here, notice that you've got a lot of zeros in that third column. Whenever you see a column or a row that has a lot of zeros in it, that is begging for Laplace's expansion. So what I would do here is I'm going to expand on this column, okay? So if I did that, then my expansion would look like this. It's going to be 0 times this cofactor, which is going to be 2, 1, 3, negative 1. And then of course, I'm on here, which is the 1, 3, which is 4. So this is going to be positive, right? It's going to be positive. And then if I go here, this is 2, 3, which is going to be an odd sum, right? 2, 3 is odd, so that's going to be 1 to the negative 1 to the 5th power, which is going to give me a negative sign. So that's going to be negative or minus. And then what do I have here? I've got a 1 times, well, let's just do it this way. What's left over here? So again, if I ignore that row and this column, then I'm left over with 1, 5, 3, negative 1. Okay. And then here, 0, and I'm in the 3, 3 entry, which is, if I add those, is 6, which is even. So I know that this is going to be plus as far as the cofactor goes. And 0 times the j minor, which is going to be 1, 5, 2, 1. Okay, and look at that. Really easy. This is going to be 0, and that's going to be 0. Don't even have to worry about them because it's 0. And so it simplifies things because now this is just going to be equal to what? It's going to be 1 times negative 1 minus, and again, there's a minus sign here, so I have to make sure I have that negative. And so it's going to be 1 times negative 1 minus 3 times 5. And so this is going to be negative 1 minus 15, which is going to be negative 15, or excuse me, negative 16. But because I'm multiplying by negative 1, it'll be positive 16. And there you go. Whenever you have a row or column with 2 zeros in it, or 3 zeros, well, if it's 3 zeros, we know the determinant's going to be 0, right? We already know that. But now we can actually calculate it another way to prove it. But if I had a column or a row with 2 zeros in it, I would definitely be expanding along that row or column.